We are revisiting today pure play silicon carbide chip manufacturer Wolfspeed Inc. or WOLF. We've talked about Wolfspeed a couple of times in 2024, once on November 8th when it was about $10 a share. And again, we mentioned it as a strategic buy November 22nd when it was at $8.44 a share. And now we're coming at you today at about $5.70, wondering when are we going to get this turnaround. It's been a tough market on these semiconductor companies. Tech in general has had a tough ride lately, but hang in there for the long-term opportunity on Wolfspeed. As we know, North Carolina-based Wolfspeed is the only U.S. Play here where they manufacture these silicon carbide chips. And these are used for electric vehicle charging, solar power applications, and data center power supplies. These are high energy efficient silicon carbide chips that can withstand heat and the voltage that normal silicon cannot hold up to. So they're very important. This is a US-based manufacturer, very important for this administration, one would believe. Had a number of new events since we've last spoken about them. They went out and raised some money back in January, $200 million with an at-the-market placement of shares. Great move, management. You bolstered your financial statements, your liquidity. That helps us all out as well. There's been a little bit of insider buying late in 2024 as well. Some directors stepped up. Great move. Let's see some more directors step up and show us that you're with this company. And I'd like to see some more insider buying. I guess the other important thing is that they did secure some CHIPS Act money funding, $750 million. Great for liquidity. Fantastic. Let's finish building out our factories and spend that CapEx, get it done, and get this thing moving. They also had the $750 million from Apollo Group funding. This is great. Again, bolsters the liquidity. I think we can take cash and liquidity off the table with these moves, plus a $1 billion tax refund, essentially. This is another fantastic thing. So Wolfspeed should have plenty of cash to execute. Now let's turn this market around. Let's get some buying in here and get Wolfspeed moving. Let's talk about the addressable market for Wolfspeed. Wolfspeed pegs the addressable market at $4.2 billion for the year we just had in 2024. Sizable market. But they're looking at $80 billion for a total addressable market by the year 2034. That is a huge exponential increase. So I think it pays to if you're holding right now and you've got enough, great. But I think you want to hold on to this because the orders should be starting to flow in as this addressable market starts to heat up in this also important sector. This is just at such a cheap price right now. At $5.70 a share, this is something that it's hard to pass up. But let's take a look at the rest of the fundamentals, make sure we don't miss anything. So Wolfspeed with a market cap of about $860 million, not so much for a company that's just pulled in revenue for the quarter they just reported of about $181 million. So there's a number one flag. We've got an opportunity to step in when everyone else is throwing this away. Its stock has traded between $4.66 and $30.86 over the past year. Very low end of the trading range. This is good for us value investors as well. Year to date, down 15% or so. Over the past year, down 78%. And over 5 years, down 87%. This company's gone through a lot. They've kind of restructured, kind of right-sized the business, changed leadership, invested heavily in new plants in production, and then we hit kind of a slowdown for things. I think for those long-term investors like you and I, this is when we don't want to give up, hold on to those shares, because I think good things are on the verge of happening for Wolfspeed. Analysts are pegging this at $8 to $15 with an average price of $14 in 2025. I think we know that with some glimmers of hope and a little bit of economic uptick in this space, we can see numbers dramatically higher and maybe chase some numbers that we haven't seen in years. I'm long-term on Wolfspeed, looking for the turnaround. I think there's huge addressable market growth that's going to occur in the coming years. It's a pure play silicon carbide chip manufacturer right here in the United States. It's going to be protected, and there's a lot of homegrown growth that's about to cook up. So anyway, just wanted to talk a little bit about an update. Let me know what you're doing. Do you guys see this any differently? Again, a cash raise of $200 million in January, instant liquidity enhancer, $750 million CHIPS Act money in late 2024, Apollo $750 million adding to the capital structure, IRS tax refund of $1 billion takes liquidity off the table as far as I'm concerned. Revenues are clocking in, drifting a little bit lower at about $180 million a quarter, and that's what it looks like again for the next quarter that's going to come out. But let's wait for that turnaround and see where this thing goes. I'm hopeful into the future.